Hey everyone, have you ever wondered how we went from those clunky brick-sized phones to the sleek, smart devices we carry today? What sparked this massive transformation? And what's next for mobile phones? Join us as we dive into the incredible evolution of mobile phones, where they started, how far they've come, and what the future might hold. Let's get started. The early beginnings. Mobile phones in the 1970s and 1980s. Our story begins in the 1970s, when the idea of carrying a phone in your pocket seemed like something straight out of science fiction. Researchers and engineers at pioneering companies were hard at work turning this dream into reality. In 1973, a historic moment occurred when one executive made the first ever mobile phone call from a prototype device. He actually called his competitor, marking a pivotal moment in mobile communication history. Now, this wasn't the sleek device we're used to today. The early mobile phones were bulky, weighing nearly 2.5 pounds and measuring over 10 inches long. Despite their size and limited functionality, the first commercially available mobile phones released in the early 1980s were a major leap forward. These devices were the first mobile phones accessible to the public, but they weren't exactly accessible to everyone. Priced at several $1,000s, that's about $10,000 today, they were mostly marketed to high-powered business executives. The battery allowed for only about 30 minutes of talk time, and charging took a full 10 hours. Still, these early models signaled a shift toward mobility and personal communication, moving away from the landline era. People could now, in theory, make phone calls from almost anywhere, a revolutionary idea at the time. These early mobile phones operated on analog technology, relying on massive antennas and limited network coverage. They used systems that transmitted voice signals over radio frequencies. Because the infrastructure was still developing, users had to stay within range of specific towers to maintain a signal. Dropped calls and static interference were common, but for those who could afford it, the convenience of portable communication outweighed these limitations. Owning a mobile phone back then felt like stepping into the future. As the 1980s progressed, mobile phones started to shrink in size and improve in function. New models were introduced that were game changers. They featured innovative designs, such as foldable components that let users flip the phone open to take calls and close it when not in use. Weighing less than a pound, these phones were still heavy by today's standards, but a dramatic improvement over their predecessors. This flip phone design became iconic, setting the standard well into the 1990s and early 2000s. These models also introduced personalization options like interchangeable faceplates and customizable features, paving the way for the highly individualized devices we use today. These advances in the 70s and 80s laid the groundwork for the future of mobile communication. Even though these early devices were expensive and had technological limitations, they represented a massive leap forward. Engineers and designers kept refining their creations, making mobile phones more compact, accessible, and feature-rich with each new version. Despite their bulky appearance and limited capabilities, these early mobile phones were the precursors to a future where communication would become instantaneous, global, and deeply integrated into everyday life. By the end of the 1980s, it was clear that mobile phones weren't just a fad, they were the future of communication. The rise of cellular networks and the 1990s mobile boom. The 1990s marked a turning point in mobile phone history as cellular networks became more widespread and accessible, setting the stage for a mobile revolution. The rise of second-generation 2G cellular networks allowed for faster, more reliable communication and introduced new services that fundamentally changed how we interacted with mobile devices. Before the 90s, mobile phones were still niche products, mostly reserved for business professionals or the wealthy. But as cellular technology advanced, so did the popularity and availability of mobile phones, leading to a massive boom. One of the most important developments during this period was the introduction of 2G networks, which first launched in Finland in 1991. Switching from analog to digital technology was groundbreaking. It allowed for clearer voice transmission, less interference, and, most notably, the ability to send text messages. Short message service, or SMS, became incredibly popular, letting users send brief written messages to each other. This revolutionized communication by offering a faster, more convenient alternative to phone calls. By the end of the decade, texting had become a staple, with billions of messages sent annually. With these advancements, the design and function of mobile phones underwent a dramatic transformation. Devices became significantly smaller and more portable, making them more appealing to the general public. One of the most iconic phones of this era was known for its sleek, compact design, durable build, and user-friendly interface. Unlike the bulky brick phones of the past, these new models were lightweight and easily fit into a pocket or purse, making them practical for everyday use. They also featured long battery life, internal antennas, a big aesthetic improvement, and customizable ringtones, a feature that added a personal touch. Another defining feature of the 90s mobile boom was the rise of mobile gaming. While phones were initially designed for voice communication, they quickly evolved into multifunctional devices. Simple but addictive games became cultural phenomena, introducing many users to mobile gaming. Including games contributed to the growing appeal of these devices, especially among younger consumers. Mobile phones were no longer just tools for making calls, they were becoming sources of entertainment. By the end of the 1990s, mobile phones had firmly established themselves as essential communication tools, no longer limited to professionals or tech enthusiasts. The expansion of cellular networks and the decreasing cost of devices made mobile phones accessible to a larger portion of the population. This democratization fueled the mobile boom, as millions around the world began to adopt mobile phones as part of their daily lives. In many countries, they became symbols of status and modernity. The 90s set the stage for the rapid advancements of the 2000s, where smartphones would become indispensable. The birth of the smartphone, the 2000s to the early 2010s. The 2000s witnessed a significant technological shift, the birth of the smartphone. While the 90s popularized mobile phones as essential communication tools, the early 2000s took it a step further by merging phones with personal digital assistants, PDAs, and internet access. Companies were early pioneers in creating these multifunctional devices, but it was a groundbreaking smartphone released in 2007 that truly set the stage for the modern smartphone era. Before this pivotal device, smartphones were often geared toward business professionals, known for their email capabilities and basic internet browsing. These early smartphones allowed users to send and receive emails, browse the web, and manage contacts and calendars, all from one device. This was revolutionary at the time, consolidating functions that previously required multiple gadgets. The real turning point came in 2007 when a tech company introduced a smartphone that combined a sleek design with a user-friendly interface and revolutionary multi-touch technology. Instead of using a stylus or physical keyboard, you could interact with the device using your fingers, making navigation intuitive and seamless. This smartphone also introduced an app marketplace, a central hub where users could download third-party applications to expand the phone's capabilities. This opened the door for a range of apps that transformed the phone into a multifunctional tool, capable of handling everything from entertainment and social networking to productivity and navigation. This new smartphone marked the rise of mobile internet usage. While earlier smartphones had basic web browsing capabilities, they were often slow and clunky. Paired with the launch of 3G networks in the late 2000s, this device allowed for faster and more reliable internet access, making mobile web browsing a seamless experience. Social media platforms, which had been accessed primarily through desktop computers, became mobile-first experiences. This shift profoundly impacted how people consumed information and interacted with others, contributing to the always-connected culture we know today. While this smartphone was a catalyst for the smartphone revolution, it wasn't long before others followed suit. Another major tech company introduced an operating system in 2008 that quickly became a major competitor. This operating system offered an open-source platform that allowed various manufacturers to create their own smartphones with customizable features and pricing options. By the early 2010s, smartphones running this operating system had overtaken others in global market share, making smartphones accessible to an even broader audience. The competition between these platforms fueled innovation, leading to rapid advancements in cameras, battery life, and processing power. The birth of the smartphone was not just a technological evolution, it was a cultural shift. Smartphones became extensions of ourselves, a personal assistant, entertainment device, and a social hub all in one. The integration of cameras, especially with high-quality rear and front-facing lenses, gave rise to mobile photography and social media sharing. Platforms like photo-sharing apps, launched around 2010, capitalized on the smartphone's ability to capture and share moments instantly. By the early 2010s, it was clear that smartphones had become indispensable, transforming how we work, play, and connect with the world. Smartphones today, constant innovation, and the future. Fast forward to today, and smartphones have evolved far beyond simple communication devices. They've become indispensable tools, shaping almost every aspect of modern life. From productivity to entertainment, shopping to socializing, smartphones are mini-computers packed with powerful technologies. Manufacturers are constantly competing to deliver the next game-changing feature. Phones now boast 5G connectivity, high-performance processors, ultra-high-definition cameras, and advanced artificial intelligence capabilities. One of the most significant advancements is the shift to 5G technology, offering exponentially faster data transfer speeds. This leap in connectivity has transformed media consumption, gaming, and communication. Streaming high-definition video, playing graphics-intensive mobile games, and conducting video conferences are now smoother than ever. For industries like augmented reality AR and virtual reality VR, 5G has opened up new possibilities, enabling real-time interaction in virtual spaces. Manufacturers are also investing heavily in AI to improve user experience. AI capabilities in smartphones have grown exponentially, enabling features like enhanced voice assistance, real-time language translation, predictive text, and even AI-enhanced photography. Personal assistants are becoming smarter, learning user preferences over time to deliver more personalized interactions. AI-powered cameras allow phones to automatically adjust settings, resulting in professional-grade photography with minimal effort. Foldable smartphones are another exciting innovation shaping the future. Several companies are offering phones with screens that bend and fold, providing larger displays while maintaining portability. These phones appeal to users who want the functionality of a tablet without sacrificing the convenience of a compact phone. While still relatively new and expensive, foldable smartphones have the potential to reshape how we interact with our devices. Looking ahead, the smartphone industry shows no signs of slowing down. We can expect continued innovation in areas like battery life, sustainability, and integration with emerging technologies. Manufacturers are exploring new materials and techniques for longer-lasting, fast-charging batteries. Sustainability is becoming a key focus, with strides toward using recycled materials and reducing e-waste through recycling programs. Future smartphones will likely include deeper integration with AR, VR, and AI, transforming how we interact with the world around us. Concepts like holographic displays and more advanced wearable tech connectivity are already in development, signaling that smartphones will continue to be a driving force in the tech world. And there you have it, the incredible journey of mobile phones, from the first brick-sized models to the powerful devices we carry today. These technological marvels have shaped our world and how we interact with each other. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us.